Unlock your potential every Thursday with our podcast, Refresh, Relax, Renew. Join Coach Racquel as she guides you through personal development journeys. Each episode focuses on actionable steps to enhance your personal journey. The podcast features 3 main segments to keep you engaged. We start with discussions on trending topics relevant to your growth. Then we unbox solutions to common challenges we face daily. Finally, stay updated with fresh funding opportunities each week. Tune in every Thursday for new episodes, and see you there.
This number 2. Hello. Oh my goodness. Hello. You can't see me like that, so I have the headset on my ears, so you can't see me properly. So let's go. Hello. Thank you so much for watching this episode. Oh my gosh. Can you believe we just completed episode 11 for season 1 of our podcast, Refresh, Relax, Renew. And I just want to say thank you. This is one of the things we unboxed today. My hat. It looks like this because I have the headphones on, all right? So, there we go. And this also I unboxed. And I unboxed this. Anyway, you'll see it. But I just want to say this was such fun for me. Today we talked about the interview with Jason Lee and Candace Owens. And I also spoke about the interview with Yvette Nicole Brown on Women of Impact, which is hosted by Bilyeu. And I just want to tell all those wonderful people thank you, because you inspire us to do our self-work for our breakthroughs. Thank you so much for coming along on this journey with me. I am so blessed. I'm so thankful. I'm so humbled by all of this. And I just want to say thank you. Now have a fantastic day, and listen to me. Have a fantastic time watching the show. Okay, go grab a snack and come on right back, because we are about to begin, baby. Make sure you have a drink. Make sure you are comfortable. Make sure that your mind is open. And whatever you do, don't forget that your own thoughts of yourself are the ones that are most important. Let's go. I love to open new packages. There will be the latest information on the top funding opportunities for entrepreneurs who are seeking funding. Come along with me. I'm Coach Racquel, and this is a passion project for me, so I am so happy to bring this to you. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for watching. Oh, hello. Oh my goodness. I'm always saying that. Welcome to today's episode of Refresh, Relax, Renew podcast with me, Coach Racquel. And I am so grateful to be here. I'm so thankful to be here with you to bring you this next episode. We have some interesting things to talk about, and we're just going to get right into it. Oh my goodness, how have you been? How is your business going? Or is it that you're in school? How's your studies going? What's happening in your world today? Or are you just someone who's building a family, maintaining a family, managing a family? How is that going? Because that's your business. Oh my gosh. How is it all going? It is my hope that all of what you're involved in, all of what you're engaging in, all of what you're building, everything is doing well. It's growing. Of course, when I say everything is doing well, I don't mean the absence of challenges and things and growth and breakdowns and breakthroughs. All of it. Life is all of it. The journey is about all of it. And we embrace it all. Okay? We embrace it all, and we move through it with grace and patience and sometimes stillness. Yes, and with the love of the people that are closest to us. Yes. So I just want to say thank you for being here with me today. It is such a pleasure for me to be here with you. We are at episode 11. 11. Can you believe that? Oh my gosh. Whew, it's something to breathe in. It is definitely something for me to breathe in. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Welcome. And please remember to like, subscribe, share, tell a friend, tell a family member. Let's share this and let's make this a movement and let us come together and grow, experience our breakdown, do our self work, and get our breakthroughs because that's what we're looking forward to. Our breakthroughs, the next breakthrough, and the next breakthrough, and the next breakthrough. What are your goals today? What are you working towards? I want to share this with you. I've actually started two new goals, right? I started two new goals. I set it up in April, that's last month, and then I'm recording now in May. So you might get this. I'm not sure when you might get this, but the new goal that I have is set up for May. And my first target has been met. I'm so grateful. I cannot tell you the details of it until it's complete, but I just want you to know that I'm on this journey, and this journey that I'm on is a 9-month journey. And no, I'm not pregnant, at least not with a baby. And I'm not trying to get pregnant either. This is not a wedding band. This is fashion. So, and I don't want to be a single mom. I have no desire to be a single mother. Okay. So no, it's not a baby. As in the life or giving birth to life, but it's definitely a baby of mine that I'm working on. It's a project that I'm hoping to achieve something that I never thought I'd do again. And someone came in my life and just through conversations inspired me to try, and it kind of helped me dispel my fear, get over my fear, get past my fears. And I'm trying again, and because it's so important to me is why I kind of talk about it. you know so but I'll definitely keep you up to date. And all I'm doing is every month I meet that target. Every month I meet that target for 9 months. All right. So that's May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January. So it should come to fruition in January. All right. So wonderful. So what goals have you set for yourself, and how are you doing with those goals? Please talk to me, share it with me. Let me celebrate with you. Let me celebrate with you, and let me be one of those persons to cheer you on. Let me be one of your, I'd love to be your accountability partner, one of your accountability partners. Yeah, when you're doing your stuff. So share it with me, leave it in the comments, and so on, and let us talk about it. Okay, fantastic. Now, we're just going to go into our ASMR moment for today. All right. So now we're going to our ASMR minute. Let's go. Wasn't that beautiful? Oh my gosh. So that was our ASMR moment. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it. I really enjoyed that. That was like 45 seconds of just water sounds and water view. I think it was just really beautiful. It was a little loud, but I kind of just turned mine down. But I hope you enjoy it. Wow, that was very peaceful. Bring me into mindfulness of my breath. Right now, we are going to go into the first segment of our program. And the first segment of the program is what I call allegedly. Allegedly. Jessie Woo. You watch Jessie Woo, she say allegedly, allegedly, except she can sing and I can't, okay? Oh, I make sounds and she sings. So now we're going to go into the segment I call allegedly. This segment is where I zoom in on topical issues, trending topics, and subjects that persons are talking about, the ones that touch my heart, the ones that pull at my heartstrings, the one I feel like I have an opinion about, I have something to say or something I'd like to add to the conversation. Or if it's one that I feel I need to learn something more about, and these topics that we're going to be talking about today, one, I'm going to be reacting to clips from the interview with Jason Lee and Candace Owens. They had a conversation, and I'd like to react to clips from that conversation. I also have clips from Women of Impact, I think is what it's called, and hosted by Lisa Bilyeu, and she had a conversation with Yvette Nicole Brown, and that's also some clips that I'm also going to be reacting to again because it touched on a topic that's the topic of my life, being single, right? And never ever I've never had a relationship. I've dated, but I've never had. I've never been chosen. Woo. Anyway, sorry for my ugly laugh, but yeah. So we're going to be talking about those two topics. But before I start talking about either of them, I want to make this very clear. My conversation, or my, what do you call this? My what I'm going to be saying. I don't know what you call it. This discussion I'm going to be having on those topics. It's not about seeking to belittle, seeking to convince anyone. I'm not seeking to make anyone feel uncomfortable. And this is not because I'm afraid of my opinions why I'm saying this. Is because I care. I want you to know as you listen to this podcast that I have only the best of intentions. I'm just sharing. I just have an opinion on these things, and I want to share my opinion just like everybody else gets to share their opinions about their lives and what affect them. I just want to share my opinion, add my voice to the conversations that matter to me. I'm not seeking to demean or hurt or deny anyone anything. I really just want to walk in my own truth, and it is my hope that as you listen, we can listen and learn together. And this segment is called Allegedly because I'm not an expert on any topic. This is just my personal opinion on something. So I'm not telling people how to live their lives. And also I call it the Allegedly BSB because it means breakdown, self-work, breakthrough. Now, why do I even listen to these trending topics? Why do I care about them? Why do I want to add my voice to them? Why do I listen? Because I am inspired by other people's experiences and conversations and discussions. They inspire me to face breakdowns, and sometimes they're the ones having the breakdowns that I can look at, and it inspires me to do my self-work. Their breakdown helped me to do my self-work so I can experience more breakthroughs in my life. That is the goal, and it is my hope that as you listen, you will either be it will trigger your own breakdown for you to do your self-work for breakthroughs, or you just experience their breakdown or my breakdown, and it inspires you to do your self-work so you can experience breakthroughs in your life. That's what this is all about for me. I am not here to talk about anything just for the sake of talking about it. I'm here to talk about it so I can be edified, so I can be empowered, I can be inspired, I can become a better person, I can have better experiences in this life, and that when I'm no longer here, my impact can resonate and it can be felt even in my absence. You know what I mean? I would have contributed to the conversation. So I want to remind you as well, you have a voice. You have your own thoughts and your own opinions. Don't allow my thoughts and opinions to drown yours. Mine can only add to anything you do or mine can only be an addition to you. It's not here to overtake you or, to deny you and your thoughts and your rights and your choices. That's not why I'm here. So breakdowns for self-work, for breakthroughs. That's why we're here. Yes. So now we're going to the first one we're going to be talking about is from the conversation with Jason Lee and Candace Owens. And I just want to say thank you to everyone who's a part of this story. You know what I didn't do? I didn't read my prayer book this morning, but I'm going to read it at the end. I'm going to do it at the end. All right. I didn't read it at the beginning of the show. So I'm going to read it. I'm going to close with it. Now, I just want to say thank you to Candace Owens, Jason Lee. Oh my gosh, how could I forget his name? But his name is on the video, so we'll see it. I want to thank him because I credit him. Sorry, I want to credit this. I think his name is Isaiah. I want to thank Isaiah for this clip. It's his YouTube channel that I got it from, and I just want to thank him for sharing. And I also want to thank Yvette Nicole Brown, and I want to thank Lisa Bilyeu, and I also want to thank you, and I thank me for being here so we can have this empowering moment. So let's get to it. Let's get started. This clip that we're sharing is based on fair use practices. I don't own the rights to these clips, of course. This one I got from, let me play to get his name, Isaiah. So this is thanks to Isaiah Robin. And his YouTube channel is at Isaiah Robin on YouTube. You can watch the entire his entire feature, his entire video and discussion on this topic. I only took out some clips that I wanted to react to, and I wanted to just think about some more and process. So that's what this one is about. I don't know what's going on with this platform because it's just messing up really, but let's see if we can keep going. All right, so thanks to Isaiah Robin for this clip. Thanks to Jason Lee and Candace Owen for even sitting down and having a conversation. We're really thankful for the people who put themselves out there so that we can do our self-work and get our healing and our breakthroughs. So I just want to say thank you for that. So let's go.
All right, guys. So every so often, you got a different show or interview that brings Candace Owens on it when they happen to be liberal. And it gets real, it gets intense. Because a lot of these different people, they're used to people coming onto their show saying the same exact thing that they believe. So when Candace Owens goes on there, she completely shifts the narrative of where their mind is going, right? And what they're believing. And then it gets into a sort of debate because she's bringing facts out while they're steadying emotions.
The transsexuals experience is not one that deserves to be validated.
Yeah, and I'm similarly trying to unpack why you don't believe Racquel Dolezal's lived experience is one that should.
No, I do. I understand, and that's the conflation where you're trying to unpack one topic by putting up
exactly
another.
The same.
But we can't ask why a rhinoceros isn't an elephant. We're talking about an elephant, and the elephant in the room is that you have a skewed perception, in my opinion, about a transsexual experience. And I'm simply asking, why do you feel like it doesn't deserve to be validated if that's how the person feels? Because you know what you guys do, and I'm going to say you guys that have these strong opinions.
But I just am one person sitting here.
No, these strong opinions. No, it's people that you represent because you have very strong opinions. And what happens when it comes to the LGBT community is you'll conflate pedophilia by using children and gay, which are two different things.
I'm not conflating here. Your argument is that if someone who is not clearly being born with a penis, for example, decides that in their lived experience, actually, no, they should have had a vagina, and so they're going to start living like they have a vagina and getting cosmetic procedures like they have a vagina, that suddenly I should respect that. I'm saying, okay, keep it consistent and say the exact same thing about Racquel Dolezal, and you hesitate there. For some reason, you don't want to do that.
Oh, no, I said she was crazy.
Exactly. So you have to keep it ideologically consistent. That's all I'm saying. But I'm saying to you, I'm consistent. Racquel is not a black woman, and a trans person can't just wake up one day and decide to be a woman. A man can't wake up one day and decide to be a woman because of his lived experience. I'm sorry that I'm consistent, but you have to figure out why you're not.
No.
Okay, so let's just pause there. I feel almost, I feel emotional on this topic. I feel restricted on this topic. I feel like I don't know if we can ever have honest conversations on this topic or even objective conversations on this topic. And I fear that if we're not able to, then we will not be able to create an enabling environment for everyone to exist in wellness. Because to achieve wellness, it requires honest and open conversations. It requires for everyone to be able to ventilate their feelings and thoughts. And I feel like we've gotten to a place where we've put ourselves in a chokehold when it comes to this. Right now, the first thing I want to start out with is I have biases. I have biases and I want to put those on the table. Yes. And it's for me to go through these conversations and listen to the breakdowns. I can do some self-work for breakthrough, right? Now, for me personally, I feel like first of all, I have had to sit myself down and say to myself, who would put themselves through so much to change their appearance, to change how they identify in this world? Something has to be going on, and it is something I cannot define. I don't know what it is, but I want to give them the respect of seeking to find themselves and to find a safe place for themselves, and and when I say find a safe place, I mean finding a safe space within themselves, whether they have to make a change, whether they have to. Kudos to the people who identify as trans. Kudos to you, man. I send you nothing but peace and blessings. Nothing but peace and blessings, because the process that you go through, I know there has to be more going on than I understand. And I don't want to be insensitive to you, but I also have to be true to me, just as you're fighting to be true to you. For me, I feel like that is where you lose me, because I feel like for a set of people who go through so much to be true to themselves, I don't understand why I feel like these conversations are hindering us from being true to ourselves. Certainly, if you're going to seek truth for yourself and make changes, and you see the process that change takes you through, and see how painful it can be, it means that there's going to be a painful process too for others to understand, as well as for them to learn, and it's going to be painful for them to connect with, because we don't understand what you go through. I look at it and I know, yeah, that's a big deal. Much respect to you. But for me, sometimes I don't even know why we're having the conversation. Beyond, I feel like it is something that should be taught. I feel like just as I go somewhere and someone, you know what? The way I feel about this trans thing or this trans movement is how I feel about religion. They lose me too. Because instead of just teaching me what you would like me to learn about you, I feel like it's being forced on me, and I'm supposed to now deny everything I know about myself so I can own what you know about yourself. So it's not equal. I have to maintain who I am, walk in my truth, as you are fighting to walk into yours. And so sometimes I feel like maybe the conversations are being held in the wrong forum. Teach it to us the way you teach us math and English. You know what I mean? Teach me this exists. When I go out into the world, I'll see it. This is how I should relate to it. And this is what this is. This is not restricting you from being who you are, but this is saying, hey, we're here, so be aware that we're here. And here's how you can interact with us. I just think that's what the conversation should be. I don't think it should be a debate. I think it should be, teach us how to honor you. Move on. That's it. That's how I feel. So let's go. Let's continue, because we don't have all day.
Michael,
You just don't get to just decide to put. And it's also, by the way, incredibly insulting, the idea that you get to be a woman just because you got some boobs in the list. There's something very denigrating about that to women.
absolute fact. Again, you are fighting for the right to be your true self, who you say your true self is. Why does it come across as though you're doing that at our expense? Why? Don't label me. Don't teach me about me. Just teach me about you and how you'd like me to relate to you, and leave me to my own personal choices to decide, now that I have this information, how do I treat it? I'm adult enough to know, and not just that, I'm individual enough to know what I want to engage with and what I don't want to engage with. I don't want to feel like I'm being forced to do anything. Just as you don't want to be forced to do anything. That's where the bias is for me. I've heard so much disrespect go towards women. For what? First of all, it is pretty clear that we're two different species. You're trans and we are just women. That's it. That's it. That does not make any human above another human. It does not. That does not mean that I'm more special in the sight of God than you are. It doesn't mean that my hands and feet work and yours don't. Why do we need to get into this debate? I just don't understand it. You do you, I do me. We live, we exist, we respect each other, we move on. Why do we I think doing this is what conflates the issue and stir up all kind of feelings into people, because it's like, you must accept this, you must accept this, you must accept this. You don't want to accept that you were born a certain way, but I'm supposed to deny that I was born a certain way? Come on now. We've got to be fair. If you're going to, first of all, remember, they teach us about being female in school. They teach us about being male in school. Why can't we just add the third one to the list? I just don't understand why it's so difficult. You teach about female, you teach about male, no, teach about trans. We don't need to debate it. Just put it in the education system. And when I say put it in the education system, I'm not talking about putting it in sex ed. That's another mistake I think that is made. When you make it about sexuality and start teaching about sex, no. Just simply treat it. If you want it to be treated normal, then treat it like it's normal. You first have to treat it like it's normal. You people in the LGBTQ plus community are not treating it as if it's normal, but you want us to pretend like it is. If you want us to treat it like it's normal, then behave like it is. Stop making it special. Because if you make it special, then people are going to treat it like it's special. You talk about in sports. Oh my gosh. You have what do you call it? Do you call it the disabled community? If I'm saying the wrong thing, please forgive me. Yes, there's a lot of information to consume in this world. Please forgive me. Yes, just as you have special Olympics, trans Olympics. You want to know which bathroom? Male, female, unisex. Move on. Move on. Male, female, unisex. Move on. Jehovah. Why are we making it so difficult? Let's continue.
It's basically saying anyone can be you. It's just a costume. Like, being a woman is not a costume. It's not a costume.
And listen to what Jason Lee's about to say.
You don't even do it well. I mean, I know a lot of women that don't have lips, that don't have ass, that can have kids, that, you know, and those.
Please tell me that statement Jason just made, that whole thing that he just said, how exactly did that help the trans community? And I'm talking about people who are really truly living with that identity crisis, or that change in their makeup, in their humanity. How did that help? I'm not even going to address that, because there's nothing for me to defend. I'm a woman, period. That's it. There's nothing for me to defend. I don't care if I don't have the ass. I don't care if I don't have the hair. I don't care what I have. I was born with a vagina, and that is how, based on how I grew up and how I was educated, that is how I identify as a woman. That's it. That is it, and a period. Again, I think this is very simple. I don't think it's as complicated as we're making it out to be. I had to be taught about being a woman I had to be taught about boy and girl. I had to be taught about men. I had to be taught about these things in biology. And I think it was human and social biology or something like that. It is simple, people. Add trans or whatever, add another part that will deal with the LGBTQ education or information that you want the public to learn. I genuinely think it's that simple. I don't think it's as difficult as we're trying to make it out to be. Not if it is real. If it's really real, and I know there are real people at the heart of this conversation, give them a break by just, if you want it to be normal, put it through the normal channels. Move on. Thank you. Now we're going on to the next topic that I want to talk about. This one is
a lot of people that want love that don't.
Yes, and she started, but let me just, I want to say thank you to Lisa Bilyeu. This is about, from her program, Women of Impact. And this is Yvette Nicole Brown. And she was married at age 53, and she's going to be talking about being single because I'm single. And this is another issue that I think we just overcomplicate. It doesn't need to be this big a deal. We are born complete, and we all have different life journeys. All our journeys will take us up, down, and around, and some go on the highway, byway, valleys. We're going to go through our journeys. Some of us will travel this world with family. Some may travel with friends. Some may travel with partners. Some may travel with husbands. So we all get to move through this world, but some of us get to travel this world by ourselves. It's not even necessarily about choosing or not choosing, because sometimes even in choosing, we end up in places where we never expected to land. Okay? So we're going to listen to her, and I'll share my thoughts on it.
People that want love that don't find it. Does that mean your life is worthless? Does that mean you haven't accomplished something because you don't have a husband or a wife or kids? So your life only has meaning if someone puts a ring on your finger. That's not true. It's a lie that your happiness resides in some man's pocket. It's a lie.
It is a lie.
I don't see myself as a confident person so much as I see myself as an authentic person. So I think when you move through life 100% yourself, there's nothing to be afraid of, because they either like you or they don't. You know what I mean? You're either going to get the job or you're not. You're either going to find the love or you're not. It takes away all the heaviness of it. I don't worry about what anyone thinks I should be. I'm just who I am. So you take that and put that in the love space. It's tough out there. Everybody knows it's hard to find someone that sees you and who you see. But am I going to find him if I'm not myself?
Powerful. 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 Am I going to find it if I'm not myself? The reason her interview, I've heard a lot of people talking about single and relationship, and I just cannot even consume it. But I can't consume it. It's too much. But there was something special about her interview. I feel like all the gaps that were in my mind, she filled them. I feel like all the concerns. Yvette Nicole Brown, I love you for this interview. Thank you for this interview, because all the little things that were going on in my mind that I was struggling with, I literally feel like God directed me to your interview to give me answers and to let me know you're not alone. You see where she said, oh my gosh, I forget what she said.
So I think when you move through life 100%.
Yes, I remember. She said, I'm trying to walk through this world as authentic as possible. And that's been one of the challenges I was having, because I've had persons say to me, you need to find some money, man. You need to do this. You need to do this. And I'm sitting here like, okay. So I'm in a society that says the man is the leader and it's the man who pursues the woman. Okay. And then I'm hearing, I need to go find someone. So he's lost. So I need to go find him. And I'm telling you, I've gone through the process of trying to find him. And every time I try to do it myself to find him, I've been wrong. Not only have I been wrong, but I've landed squarely in a splatter on my ass with a broken heart. And sometimes with the awareness that I placed myself in significant danger when I did that. If I have to change who I am, then there's no way I'm going to attract that he who is for me, because I'm no longer who I am. Yeah. So I have to live an authentic life. And because who I am is what I'll attract. Yes. Who I am is what I'll attract. So when
yourself,
she said that,
there's nothing to be afraid of, because they either like you or they don't.
Or they don't.
You know what I mean? You're either going to get the job or
simple.
you're not. You're either going to find the love or you're not. It takes away all the heaviness of it.
Yes. He's either going to love me or he's not. You know what I've realized, what I've learned? For a long time, I thought, you know what? I was just finding the wrong guy. It was just the wrong guy. It was just not good, not so good guys. And but then I had this struggle where when I sit and I think about the guys, but they weren't bad guys. But yeah, they weren't bad guys, but they hurt you. They either lied or that one cheated. And like I said, I've never been in a relationship. I've only dated, really. There's this one, oh gosh, how do I address this? Okay. I don't want to be disrespectful to the people that I've been in relations with. There is one experience I had with someone who I call it an affair, not just a matter of somebody who's married, but I mean an affair in that it was long distance. We've never lived together. I've never experienced going to his home. The things, it never felt like, it doesn't feel like a relationship to me. It feels like an affair, like an extended dating. I don't even feel like it was dating, because I had a real dating experience as well. Where I was in a relationship with someone where we were dating, and it was really amazingly wonderful. We went out we were absolutely dating. I would say that guy dated me, and he dated me so well, right? That I remember he even introduced me to, oh gosh, if you're listening to this, please forgive me, because I know I made so many mistakes. I was so naive. I was so young, and you were really, really lovely. And I know I made a lot of mistakes, and I'm really, really sorry. You know who you are. I remember he introduced me to his mother. He took me to his church. But the thing that frightened me was, I remember he said something to the effect of, after I graduate, I'll be a stay-at-home wife. He said that to me. And that killed anything I had in my mind. That killed it, because I already knew. Because what I saw around my community, I felt like, and how I grew up, I never really had parents like many families had parents. I didn't grow up in a family. I was here, there. I was catching here, catching there. So it was such a critical thing for me to grow up and be able to take care of myself, because I felt growing up like nobody had the capacity or the will to take care of this little girl and to love her and to parent her and provide for her and protect her. So I never had those things. So I had agreed with myself from I was about 8, very, very young, before teenage years, that, okay, you've got to grow up and do this. So that was always at the front of my mind. So when I feel like someone is taking that from me, it's like, okay, we're not happy. That is not happening. And so that was it for me. And I remember even when we broke up, there were a lot of intimacy issues, because I just couldn't feel. I just couldn't feel anything. It was a whole lot of things, but anyway, I'm just saying. And then this other one that I was in now, it was a longer time, but he lived in a whole other country that was 6 hours ahead of me, and I was here. And we had a business together, and that was what we did most of the time. And we had other intimacy issues for me, not for the person, just for me. So there was a lot going on, because for me there was no trust. And once I lose trust, that's it for me, because when trust is gone, I feel disrespected, and I cannot be my full self in a relationship where I feel I'm being disrespected. No, I'm speaking about my experience, not the other person's experience, because again, like before, please forgive me. You know who you are, because I know just how immature, naive, and all of that I was, because I was very focused on survival and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I just want to say thanks to that. But I'm just saying, those are the experiences I had. So, yeah. So let's go.
I don't worry about what anyone thinks I should be. I'm just who I am. So you take that and put that in the love space.
Yes, I just want to finish what I was saying, because I kind of lost train of thought. What I was trying to say is I had those experiences. No, for me, I also had an experience with someone who, to me, I kept saying to the person, I just want us to date. I just want us to date. But I feel like it was just, I feel like the person was disingenuous. And two, I feel like they were rushing. Like, to be honest with you, I felt like when this person did things, I felt like you don't really want to do that. But for some reason, it's like you want me to believe this is who you are. That's just how I felt. Like, I remember I was hanging out with my friends one day and this person sent me the image of an engagement ring. And he sent me the image of like he was watching TV and there were two persons getting married. And he sent me the picture. And my friend can tell you, I freaked all the way out. I just freaked out. And that was when I started pushing, you know what, because we weren't in the same country again. And I said, let me visit, because all I wanted to do was to date him. I just wanted us to date. I just wanted us to get to know each other, because one phrase that's more important to me than I love you? I know you. I don't know why, but for me, when someone says, I know you, and I know you, it feels so special to me. It carries a lot of weight, because I feel like we love everybody. Like, I genuinely feel like we all love each other, just in general. So I love you doesn't necessarily do it for me. As a matter of fact, I love you kind of turned me off. I know you. Anyway, so that's what I wanted to share that. So after experiencing different persons, I thought, okay, maybe all those three guys that I, had that encounter of dating with, maybe it was just because they did something wrong or they weren't in it, or one was a cheater, the other one, I felt like he lied, he wasn't honest, there was an issue that at least I could point to and say, yeah, they did something wrong. And then I met this person who I've never dated, let me be clear. We've never dated, but we had a business together at one point. And we're friends. We are friends. I can say that confidently because he's also said it. And I like to go with whatever the man says. That's what I like to go with, no matter what I feel or what I think. But he said, I remember once in a message he said we before we were friends. So, hey, okay. So I'm comfortable in saying we were friends. But there's something I've learned from interacting with him. And to my knowledge, we've never dated, but we've hung out, like we've gone to eat food. Yeah. And I started learning different things with him, and I couldn't find anything to say that was wrong with him. And I started looking at me and my expectations, and I realized that, girl, it's like once I see somebody and I like them, I'm gone all the way down there, with my emotions. And I realized, hey, be in the moment. This man has not said, let's do this or let's do that, so don't go there. And when I realized that, hang on, when with both of them I was having pain, because this person I really developed feelings for feelings I've never had before. So I don't know what those feelings were. I don't know. At one point I'm thinking, is it that I love him? What is this? But I think maybe it is, well, what I think it is, he's gentle, he's kind towards me, and I feel like this person has valued me since day one. And I think that's what has been different. And it's not anything unique. It's just that I was not used to it. See? So what I realized is, okay, I can meet a quote unquote good guy and the quote unquote ones that messed up, but I come to it's the same outcome. None of them wanted me. And I was disappointed at the end of both. You know what I mean? And then I realized it has nothing to do with the characteristic of a person. It's just what's meant to be will be and what's not meant to be will not be. I'm not their person and they're not my person. At least not at this moment in time. Nobody's doing anything wrong. And if anybody's getting it wrong, it's me. It's me allowing my feelings to get ahead of me. So that was one of the lessons I learned. It's not about who is doing right or who is doing wrong. Nobody's perfect. It's about waiting for the person that's your person. Or not just like your person, but also that person who sees you as their person with you, and you're both there at the same time. Let's continue.
It's tough out there. Everybody knows it's hard to find someone that sees you and who you see. Mm-hmm. But am I going to find him if I'm not myself?
Absolutely not. Counterfeit. You're not going to find him. What you're
Am I
going to
going to
find
really
is
find the one
something
that's right for me if I'm
counterfeit.
tweaking and changing who I am? And if I have to tweak and change who I am to be chosen, am I really being chosen by the right one?
Am I even being me? Am I being me if I'm constantly changing who I am, adjusting
So
to the
once that
weather?
crystallized, that I'm going to be me, I'm
Yes.
going to be exactly who I am. I'm a goofball. I'm a weirdo. I'm all of these things. I'm going to take it out in the world. And for
Yes.
about 25 years, every man was like, I'm good. No thanks.
Me too.
And so I was like, well, what
For all the
do I do?
persons
Do I
I've met,
become
Let
what
me be
they
fair.
expect me
Let me be fair again. And sometimes when persons are like, why are you single, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes I even use it against me, like, that's why you're not married, blah, blah, blah. Let me tell you, this has been my experience, and I'm a fat black girl, okay? And I'm saying that to say, by the world standard, I am not the catch, and I'm okay with it. I'm quite fine with it, okay? But there's never been a time that I go out to the streets and someone is not lusting after me. It's just that I don't need lust. I'm just saying that to say men are out there. So if you fish, you might find fish, but is it the right fish? Is this the fish to keep you in peace and contentment? Because I'll tell you, she's going to talk about it. The wrong one, I've had the worst experience I've ever had with a guy. I've had it. And because of that reason, that's the reason I ain't fishing for nobody. I'm not fishing for nobody, and I'm not rushing anything until men give me clarity, and I realize that, yeah, and even not even just clarity, but clarity, and I am confident and I feel secure that yes, it's me. Until that happens, because I'm telling you, regret is a terrible thing. A terrible thing, a terrible place to be is regret, and I regret that one.
to be to try to get a man? Or do I just keep doing who I am and keep living my life and
Exactly. And any good man, the kind of man I'm interested in does not want a woman who's going to retrofit for him. He's going to want me at my most authentic self. He will not be attracted to my double, my copy, my fake. He won't.
hope that when it's the right time, if it's ever the right time, he'll come?
Yeah, absolutely. He will come. And if he doesn't come, then we deal
I was
with
about
that.
45, 46, single, had been single for forever. And right when I sat down, and this is not to
Forever,
disparage
me too.
Wendy, I think this is just what society is. As soon as I sat down, she was like, so, you're getting up in age. When are you going
Yes.
to get somebody for yourself?
Stop
Do you feel
it.
pressure? Like, because you're in your mid-40s.
How dare you?
You got.
I dare you.
No.
Dare
You're adding
you.
allegedly before you say my age on
That's
television.
right.
How did we get here?
Exactly.
And I said, well, you know what, Wendy, I'm glad
How
you brought that
do
up,
we
because
get
I think
here?
society tells women of a certain
pressure.
age that something is wrong with them if they haven't got their husband and their kids yet. What if there's something wrong about the men that are approaching them? Maybe it's not the woman. So when you change that, then everything opens up.
Before 3 years ago, I had no business being in any relationship. I didn't even know who I was.
So I don't think there's anything wrong with a woman who decides to wait for the one her heart loves.
And that's where I'm at.
And that is the decision I made. So if I
Yes.
met a guy and he was mean, or I met a guy and he was a narcissist, or I met a guy and he was abusive, I'm like, it's not you. And I love myself enough to be okay with being by myself,
Right.
as opposed to being with this.
I've had to become comfortable with rejection, and I'm there. Thank
It's important
God.
to find the man that's right for you.
Yes. I don't want it if it isn't mine. I don't want it if it,
God had
want it
given
if
in
it
so
is
many
not
ways. Like,
mine.
I was blessed to have a career in this industry.
Yeah.
I was blessed to be healthy. I was
God
blessed to
takes
have a
care of
loving
me, baby.
family. I almost felt like, well, I'm kind of rude to ask him for love too. You know what
Right
I mean? Like,
here.
I just
Oh my gosh, when I heard her say that, I've sat in my room multiple times and I say, God, every time I'm supposed to ask him about it, I'm like, God, you've given me so much. I don't know how to come to ask you for this. When she said that, I said, God, I know you're talking to me. I know you sent this woman to do this interview to say, Racquel, it's okay. I've got you, baby. I've got you. That thing, I have sat and said, God, how do I ask you for more? I cannot ask you for more. So I am saying, God, if it's your will, let it be done. I would like to be a wife to someone. I'd like to be a life partner with someone. I'd like to build with someone. but it's if it is thy will, let it done. Because God has shown up. There's not a prayer that I've prayed that has not been answered. This is the only thing that I could say I've asked for that I haven't gotten. I mean, everything I asked for, from the simplest itty bitty thing to the most complex of things, to the most complex things. My God, my source, my universe has moved for me. And I just felt guilty, like, darn, I have to come back to you with this. I have to come back to you with this. And I just felt like, my gosh, I'm asking for too much. But look at God. Look at God.
And I made my peace with it, like, because everybody that's wonderful doesn't leave here with a mate. There's a lot of people that want love that don't find it. And that's a tough truth to say. But the point is, does that mean your life is worthless?
Exactly.
Does that
My
mean
life
you
is
haven't
not
accomplished
worthless,
something because
baby.
you don't have a husband or a wife or kids? What does that say? So your life only has meaning if someone puts a ring on your finger. That's not true.
Crazy. It's absolutely crazy. It's not true. It's not. And we need to
So if
stop
all
it.
I am in this world is a wonderful, kind.
You know what I used to say? I started saying to people who would come to me and say things. I said, if you want me to find someone, introduce somebody to me. You know how I'd like to meet somebody? Through the people that I know. If you truly care about the people who are single, don't tell me who to be with. Don't even introduce someone for them to be my husband. Just introduce me to more men, more quality single men. And when I say quality, I mean men with good characteristics, kind, loving, man of God, somebody who knows himself. And just introduce us to people. Just introduce us to more men, so we have more men that we meet and say hello to and interact with. And we'll meet the right people. If you really want to help, that's what you do. Nobody needs to force anything. Nothing forced. Nothing forced is faithful. So we don't need anything forced. You know, so I started saying to people, just stop doing that. And I remember one of my friends, she'll be watching this. You know who you are, Al. At one point in time, she introduced me to someone who I was happy I met, but he was not the person either. But I'm so happy I met him. He's such a lovely guy. And as a matter of fact, that guy is so weird. When I met him, every time I interacted with him, I fell in love with myself. It was a strange thing.
Funny, great lady who has a wonderful career and great friends and family, and she's never married or any kids, but she's.
And I just want to say, for those of us who don't necessarily have great relationships with our family for whatever reason, because it's not because my families are bad, they're wonderful. I'm probably they're not. I really think I'm the problematic one. But there's some of us, like I said, that will not move through this earth with this tight, close-knit, loving family. Some of us just will not have it. For a long time, I felt like a leaf. I'm beginning to feel like a branch now, but you know, we don't all have that family either. But I can testify to you that I truly, truly am happy. I'm truly content. As a matter of fact, right? I don't know if they said it already or they're going to be saying it, when she said, in your 20s, you want to be married. I didn't want to be married in my 20s because of how I saw marriage. I thought it was going to be impossible for me to find, for a man to love me who would understand that I want to do this with him. I wanted to be his partner. I didn't want to be somebody who somebody just takes care of. I went through that my entire life, and it was not pretty. It was not cute. It was not lasting. And so I don't think one person taking care of another person is sustainable. I really don't think so. I want to be able to build with that person. You know, I want to be with a man who's looking for a strong support system in me. You know, that, lead by all means, because I'm not a leader, but I'm a great support system. And I just felt growing up like my thing was just BBC. I just wanted to work at the BBC. That was it. That was all. In my 20s, that's where my mind was. BBC. I need to get out and spread my wings. I've got to save myself. That's where I was. I need to save myself. Like I said, before but let me be clear. When I was younger, I said, I'm going to have 6 kids. I'm going to be married, live on a ranch, and we're going to have a lot of animals and horses, and we're going to live on a ranch. That's what I thought. But as I was growing up, I was saying this to myself, like I was really crying to myself a couple of weeks ago, and I'm like, this is not where I thought all of what I was doing was going to land me. This is not where I thought it was going to land me. I thought I wanted the family and everything, but if I just kept working and what I need to do, it was just going to happen along the way. I just thought it was going to happen along the way. But unfortunately, a lot of the time I encountered men, I've had multiple men just look at me. I'm going to have sex with you. It made me fear men. I just feel like the only thing they want is sex. Okay, have it. I've never had an orgasm because sex has never been special to me. As a matter of fact, anyway, I'm not going to say that, but that was just how I thought. But I thought the family and everything would have just, it was just going to happen at some point. If I just lived my life, it would just happen. That's what I thought. So I never was sitting down thinking, how come I'm not married? It never became an issue for me until people started bringing it up. And they were always bringing it up when I was in high school, when I was in college. Oh, why don't you have? I remember one day my sisters locked me in a room with this guy. And for the whole time he was there trying to, and I'm telling you, when I tell you I was so tuned out, the only thing that was on my mind was BBC, you've got to get an education, you've got to get a job, you've got to take care of yourself. That's the only thing I was thinking. A man was not on my radar because I never had the experience of seeing where men brought great outcomes for women. I just never saw it. I'm not saying that it never happened. I never saw it. I never saw where having a male in your life could lead to a great outcome or happy. I never saw it. It must have happened. I'm just saying I didn't see it. So it was never. So even when I thought of marriage and things like that, I never really had any man in mind. I just thought it was going to be, I swear, this is what I thought I was going to marry. An amateur guitarist farmer. That's who I thought I was just going to marry. Anyway.
Happy and she's doing no harm in the world. What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that?
I can be that.
And I want to have intimacy. No, intimacy is something I desire.
In your 20s, you dreamt of getting married.
Oh, yeah. I think every girl does.
Yeah, and so that idea of how you're going to...
It's funny because a couple months ago, I think is when I started having these visions. I remember I wasn't even thinking about this. I think I was watching YouTube or something, nothing related. And this vision flashed across my mind as if it's sunset and I'm on this beach. And I was walking up to someone. And as I walked up to him, I started telling him my vows. That's so crazy. I remember I got up and like, girl, what are you doing? It was so not intentional. I don't know how I got there. And for the first time in my life, I'm having these, I can't even call them vision, just these pictures of me and this person doing different things. And I'm just like, girl, get out of that. Get out of it. I never sat down and like had the dream, and my dream has always been a refrigerator filled with fresh fruits and vegetables, so I'll never be hungry again. A home wherein I belong and I feel safe, so I never have to feel like at any moment in time I'm going to be locked out or kicked out. Those were my dream. My dream was being well, feeling well. I think I've had a very tired childhood. I was just exhausted, because I felt like I was in such survival mode, hunger. I was just experiencing it was so unstable. On all my report cards from school, Racquel needs to settle down. Every report card I've ever had. I remember even I had my teacher would have meetings with my father and stuff and say, this girl, her potential is stunted because she's not settled. She's such a brilliant girl, but she is unsettled. She needs to settle down. So for me, my vision has always been safe home, safe food to eat. And that's why even now I'm very conscious about somebody being in my home and how they feel, and someone eating food I provide and how they feel. Because those are two things I think when someone eats, it should never stop at their throats. And when someone is sleeping, it shouldn't be difficult for them to lay their heads. Those are two important things for me. So personally for me, I've never, until I met that guy that I was in business with, and he did something that stood out for me. When he was going to end his contributions, he called me and he prepared me and he gave me 2 months in advance based on my memory. 2 months in advance, and I felt so respected. And this is someone who has always respected me. And I think maybe that is why, I'm having these, but I'll get over them. It's just, they're not real. I know they're not real. So, but I'm just saying, so what I've learned is, even for that particular person, what I have is immense respect. And to be honest with you, I wouldn't want to be with him because I would never want to even risk losing the respect for him. I don't know why. It's the first person I've ever respected like that, because he keeps his word and he's direct and he says what he means to me. You know what I mean? And so for me, I feel like I need this respect. I need a man in my life that I respect, even if it means I cannot be with him. For me, I feel like that's the one good thing that I get to hold on to about men, and I don't want to lose it,
Feel the day you get married is so strong.
Yeah.
Now, as you start to get older, you just said after 20 years, 25 years, you have guys go, no, thank you.
Yeah.
How do you then in that moment actually stay true? It's the difference between...
It's funny for me. I've only met the one person that I met that, I also have to give him that when he just spoke up quickly and say, you know what? Because he had just come out of it. I remember he said to me the other day, Racquel, I was just not ready, but I'm just like, hey, it was not meant to be. I didn't want to talk about it. You know what I mean? I just feel like, and it's not him why I don't want to talk about it, it's me. I just feel like I did too much that I'm embarrassed about when it comes to that encounter. He says it's a relationship. I said it wasn't a relationship, but it's okay. We're both entitled to our experience in it. I just felt like, anyway, I don't even want to talk about that anymore. But I never really had the case where I met these many people and they said no, really. I wasn't with men I was meant to be with. I was just having experiences with men. That's what I'm saying. For me, both of them, it was just dating. It was dating and just I'm so sorry, because I know if we feel so differently about it, and I don't want him to think that I'm being disrespectful. I just don't think it was real because there were too many lies and the way I was treated for me, the way I allowed myself to be treated. And I knew the truth all along, but I just didn't trust my instinct. And also I felt like I didn't want to hurt somebody, and I felt like I didn't want to. Anyway, I'm just saying I never really had the experience where I met in fact, my issue might be I don't meet a lot of men. That's probably the thing for me. I don't meet a lot of people. And to be honest with you, I had an experience a couple of days ago where somebody reached out to me and they were saying hi and whatever. And I'm like, God, please let this be business. Please let this be business. I'm telling you, my stomach started turning. My stomach was just going in knots. I'm so scared of meeting men because I just feel like I've gone through so much. Every time I meet them, I have to constantly be working on getting past them. And so for me, when I meet somebody new, it's just like, oh God, I can't let myself like this person. I cannot let myself like this person. And I had another, almost like a vision or something the other day. I don't know what it is, just pictures that run through my mind. And it's like a man came up to me. I won't say who it looked like. It's actually somebody we all know. It's a popular person. And I was sitting and the person came up to me, to my face, and say, I am he, but I will not even start anything with you. Before I even expect you to develop feelings for me, I'll marry you first. I'll marry you before I allow you to start having feelings for me. That was what it said. And again, I woke myself, I'm like, girl, I wasn't even sleeping. I'm like, pay attention. Where did your mind just go? It just happened. It just happened to me. And that's how I wanted, because I said it to myself. I said, you know what? I'll fall in love again, or I will start developing feelings again when a man marries me. When I wake up and there's a ring on my finger, I say, "Oh, I got somebody to love today." I need to love someone today because I just don't want to go through that unpleasantness. I'm telling you, whenever I meet a new male, a new guy, my stomach just goes in knots, and it's weird because I'm actually starting to look into that, because I realize it's the same feelings I got when I was around my mother. My mother, I'm not saying this to be disrespectful to you. This is just telling my story so that we can all face the breakdown, do the self-work, and have breakthrough. So this is not to disrespect you, because you did your best. But yeah, it's the same feeling I have, and maybe it's because with my mother, I felt abandoned. I felt like no matter how nice she is to you, don't get comfortable. Don't get comfortable, because any moment now you might be slapped in the face. You may say the wrong thing and boop. You don't know when that kid's gonna come. You don't know when you're gonna get a beating. You don't know what that beating is gonna be for. You don't know what can happen. So just don't relax. Don't relax. Don't relax. So for me, if a man is able to get me to have an expectation of him, he would have accomplished a lot, because I don't have expectations. I only have expectations of myself. You're going to do what you're going to do. You owe me absolutely nothing. So that's how it's been for me.
Momentary happiness and long-term happiness. It's like ice cream. Yeah. Ice cream freaking tastes amazing.
It's amazing.
But if you've got diabetes, like you do, so
it's not good. You gotta put it down.
Good. So now think about that in a relationship. Yeah. In those moments where you really want to be with somebody, how do you stay grounded enough in your conviction to make sure that you don't morph yourself into being something other people want you to be?
All it takes is one really bad relationship.
That's what I'm saying.
All it takes is you choosing to be inauthentic in order to keep a man or get a man. And I used to say, being in love is the most amazing feeling in the world. The second most amazing feeling in the world is when you don't love anybody. The angst is longing for it, really wanting it and not having it. Yes. The angst is in a relationship that's horrible. The two places that are really sweet are when you're not longing, when you're good, you love yourself, life is good, you're content with where you are, and also when you're deeply in love. Those are the two best places to be.
And the in-between is nothing to aspire for. Nothing.
I prepared myself for it being rough.
Right,
I prepared myself for it being tough.
Me
and
too.
I saw it as just part of the journey.
Yes.
The beauty of it is, it just takes one person. One. So everybody doesn't have to think you're beautiful. Everyone doesn't have to think you're funny. Everyone doesn't have to think you're nice. One. And I had reached a point where, probably around 47, 48, where I was like, it's probably not going to happen for me. And how do I feel about that?
I'm having this weird experience. Like when she said that, right? I'm there. To be honest with you, I'm kind of there where, you know what? It's not going to happen. Let it be. Just live your life and be happy. The only thing what I'm missing though is intimacy. I love being intimate, not sex, intimacy. Hugging someone, lying next to them and stuff like that. And I would have liked to have had certain experiences. Like I would have liked to have lived with a man. I would have liked to have gone to a man's home. I would have liked to have had those experiences you have when you're in a relationship. I've never had that. That's the only thing for me. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm going to die never having had the experience of a relationship with a man. Okay. But I would rather that than being with the wrong person. I don't want to have to be with the wrong person.
Because again, I'm an introvert, so I sit with my stuff. I'll journal.
I face my thing.
And I was like, well, I don't love it.
I sit in the pain.
I don't love it, primarily because I think I have a lot of love to give, and I think I'm a really good girlfriend. But when I have a guy in my life,
that too is another thing for me. Like I feel like I have so much love to give. That's the other thing. Like I feel like it would be such a joy for me to support a man who loves me, to be his backbone, to be there with him, to have his back, so to speak. I would love to be able to build with that person. I'd love to be able to lie in silence with that person. You know what I mean? But anyway.
I'm really loving and fun and silly and let's dance in the frozen food section. Like I'm that chick. And so I was kind of sad that I wouldn't get to be silly with someone for the rest of my life because I just love being silly.
Yeah,
and then once I accepted it.
How did you accept it before you move on? Because that's actually a really powerful piece.
I accepted it because there was nothing I could do about it.
Exactly.
There are things in life that you can control. I can decide to grow my hair. I can decide to go to the gym every day. I can decide to eat delicious Quest bars instead of a candy bar. These are decisions that I can make. I can decide what car I'm going to get.
But I cannot decide if a man loves me. I cannot decide if a man's going to choose me. That was when, for me too, I'm like, you know what? We're gonna leave this. There's nothing I can do. And again, it's after I've experienced somebody actually care about me. Someone actually, I know this person likes me, but I still wasn't this person's person. And I'm like, you know what? No amount of desire is gonna make this be. This is not something you can make happen. And it has nothing to do with the character of the man. It's just whether or not it's meant for you.
City I'm going to live in. All of these things I can decide. I cannot decide if the right man is going to cross my path. So what am I going to do with that information? Am I going to now be devastated and disgusted and sad every day of my life?
We will not live in misery.
Or am I going to look around and realize how blessed my life truly is? And I'm a person of faith. So either I believe God is in control and has a good plan for my life, or I don't. And I have to also believe in that mindset. If I was supposed to have him in my life right now, I would.
I thought this was very
so
powerful.
Apparently, for those years that I was single, it wasn't the right time for him to be in my life. And then once you find out who my husband is, he couldn't have been in my life anyway because he was married to somebody else during that time.
Yeah.
So if he was destined always to be my husband, but he married somebody else in his 20s, then that meant if he's my guy, which he is, that meant singleness for me for 20 years. But what did I do with that singleness? How did I fill that singleness? And I had a very full, rich, wonderful life, and I still do. Tony is an additive. He's addition.
Yeah.
Right? But he's not the entire.
I remember once I said to a guy, I don't need you. I don't want to need you. And I don't want you to need me. I want you to want me. And I remember I kept saying, yeah, but you're supposed to need me. But this is how I felt about it. And I'm telling you, this conversation has really helped me because I thought something was just wrong with the way I thought and the way I saw things. You have to make me need you if you want me to need you. Needing you, first of all, to talk about need before a ring is on my finger is crazy. How am I going to need someone who isn't even mine? It's just like expectations. You know what I mean? If you really want to need me, then if you want me to need you, because unless you want me to be living in longing for you, even when I don't have you, that's crazy. You have to make sure something is safe to be needed before you need it. You can't just be up and wanting to need something that you may never get. That's crazy. You know, so for me to rely upon you, there's certain things you'd have had to have demonstrated. You'd have to demonstrate to me that you have the capacity for me to need you and to expect of you. That's equation.
I built a really lovely life that Tony is a beautiful part of. In the same way, I'm now a beautiful part of his life with his sister and his brother and his sons. So all of that is wonderful, but we are additives to each other. We were full human beings, loving, kind, fulfilled human beings.
Yes. Wow. Today's allegedly, for me, in both cases, were very similar. It's all about acceptance of self and loving self so hard that you don't have to beg people to accept you. You just know that you are here, you belong here, and you don't need anyone to validate it. You know who you are. The thing really is, as we meet people, is we want to be able to teach people who we are and teach them how to relate to us in a way that brings good energy to us. You know what I mean? So in both cases, I think it's the same. So I just want to thank you for staying with us so far. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Now we're going to go to our next segment. Yeah. Okay, all right. It's now time for Let's Unbox It. It's now time for us to go into today's shopping haul. Of course, this one is from Amazon and it's right behind me. So let's get it. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So we have one package for today. One package for today. And we're going to unpack. Unveil. I love to hear the sound of me repeat parts. Okay, just a couple of things, and they're on the screen. So, let's go to this one first. So this is what we call a pop filter. Okay, it's a pop filter. Let's open it. Okay, so we have one of the similar one that's already on it. And then we have this one. This is the one I really, really, really like. And this is really the reason I bought it, but I had to, they didn't have the single, so I just got that. So here we go. Here we go, pop filter. For the microphone, so it's gonna be right here, right here. Okay. So that's that for my microphone. That's, yeah. All right. The next thing. Ooh. Okay. Oh my gosh, let's go. This is too exciting. Hang on. I don't want to break this one. Okay. So that's what this is. Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. It is so cute. Oh my goodness. I love it. Oh, baby. How do I look? Ooh, I love it. Oh my God. This one is I wear again. Okay. Okay, all right. This one comes with a bag, a case to keep it in. All right, let me show you which one this is. Okay, so this one now is this one. A case comes with it. And, ooh, okay, all right, fancy. Oh, wow, wow, Whoa, look at that, baby. This one, I showed you that one already. It's so cute. Isn't that cute? I love it. Oh my gosh. I love this one. Okay. And this one is a heart-shaped one. All right. Let's see what else we have in here. The smaller ones first. Oh, I bought a sleeve for my microphone. Come on now. Stay right here. Okay. All right. So that's what this is. Oh my gosh. And it also comes with a pop filter as well. Ooh. Smells strong smell. Not a bad smell or anything, it's just strong. Okay, so this is like the tape to put around it. Oh my God. Oh, it's like tape. Oh, whoa, look at that. Okay, so here it is. So, to put around the microphone. Oh wow! So the next time I record, you'll see it around my microphone right here. You'll see it the next time I record. Wow, it's actually tape. It's like tape with what do you call these, rhinestones? With rhinestones on it. Yeah, it's like very thick on the glue. Now, what is this? There are two more things. Okay, so we did the microphone, this glasses, this one. Okay. So we now have the hat and the bag. Let's see which one this is. This is the bag. This is the bag. Okay. So this is, it has a scent again. Let's go back here so I can see. I think it might be the glue or something I'm smelling. I don't know what. Something. Yeah, let's take all the air out of it. All right. The scent again. It's not a bad scent. It's just a lot. Oh, it's bigger than I thought. Oh man, I actually wanted a small bag, but okay. It's like a beach bag, a see-through bag. Bigger than I thought, but it still works. It still works. Still works. Yeah, it has pockets and stuff. Yeah. You know, I like to put things up here. Ooh. And then the final thing now. Ooh, I'm excited about this hat. Hang on. I'm gonna put this back on because I like it so much. Baby. I don't know how I look, but okay. All right, so. Ooh la la, baby! I love it! I love it! Okay, there we go. Oh my gosh, look at my hat. I just need to straighten it because it was wrapped up, so you know, just have to straighten it out. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I love it. Oh my gosh, look at that. Hello. Hello. You'll see me wear it here. You will definitely see me wear it. Okay. Yes. Oh my goodness. Wow. Oh wow, wow, wow. Whew. Okay. So these are the things that I bought this time around. Now, time's going. So great. Now we've come to the end of Let's Unbox It. And now it's time for us to go to our funding for today.
Are you an entrepreneur or business owner looking for ways to increase the business cash flow? Well, you're at the right place. Go grab your pen and paper, then let's begin.
Bear in mind, conditions apply. All grants have specific deadlines. For more information, please visit our website at www.mycoachministry.com. Scan this QR code now and begin.
Another funding alert. Well, thanks for staying with us for funding alerts. This is now time for us to go there. And I was saying, well, Today in our funding alerts, I'm going to be sharing a very, very special story. I'm going to be sharing some special information for the Caribbean, Jamaica specifically, because I was speaking with one of my angels, and she is currently seeking scholarship for university. So if any of you out there hearing this program, if you have any special grants or scholarships for mothers or who are looking to go back to school and get their degree, then please reach out to me, because this person, my friend, my pal, I don't like the word friend, but somebody who's very dear to me, she is currently looking into this, and I really, really think she'd be a great fit for your program. So I decided, when I heard what she said, to share this information today, in her interest. I have two that I really want to share, but let's see how the time goes and whether or not I'm going to be able to share both of them. But I definitely have one specifically that I want to share. So let's go there. So welcome to my website. And of course, if you are someone who's seeking information on grants that are currently available there, we post every month. We post current grants that are available, funding for your business, for scholarships. And we're going to be and let us know if you're looking funding for something specific that is not there. Let us know, and I will help to do the research to or check within my network to see what's available. So let us know. All right. So for today, we're going to the funding blog, and all you have to do is scroll down on the website and you'll see. So today I'm going to be sharing some information about Chase funds. And so this one that I'm sharing is 10 essential facts about Chase Funds Jamaica scholarship that every student should know. All right. So Chase Funds Jamaica scholarships provide a valuable chance for students to pursue their academic ambitions without the weight of financial stress. In a time when the need for quality education is growing, these scholarships serve as an important resource. This post highlights 10 essential facts about Chase Funds scholarships that every Jamaican student should know. Let's go. Number one, purpose of the scholarship. And you can go on the blog so you can read the details. I'm just going to go over the highlights, really. I'm just going to spotlight it because there's another one I also want to share so you have information. But please go to mycoachministry.com/blog, or just go to My Coach Ministry and scroll. It's there. It's everywhere. You can't miss it. So number one, purpose of the scholarship. Make sure you are clear on the purpose of the scholarship, and it aims to support students who demonstrate both academic merit and financial need. By assisting those pursuing higher education across various disciplines, these scholarships help to open doors that might otherwise remain closed due to financial limitations. And you have number two, criteria. You've got to be Jamaican national, maintain a strong academic record, be enrolled or plan to enroll in an accredited education institution, provide documentation that demonstrates financial need. Three, the types of scholarships that are available. They have full scholarships, partial scholarships, and they have grants. And number four, the application process. You have to complete an application form, attach necessary documents, submit everything by the designated deadline. All right. And number five, important deadlines. So applications open early March, application deadline mid-April, notification of award late May. So if you're watching this in May, you've missed it because the deadline is in mid-April. But you never know. You can still reach out to them to see what's happening. Never give up. Then you have number six, this may be information for persons who are going to school next year. So remember, this is not just, this is how the grant operates. So you may not catch it for this year, but you can definitely start early for next year. Number six, selection criteria, academic achievements, community involvement, and personal statements. Number seven, renewal options. Number eight, support services like mentor programs, workshops. Number nine, impact on education. And number 10, success story. And there's a link here that can take you to the 2024-2025 scholarships from Chase. There's another one that I want to share with you. I think this is the one. Okay, so This one is discover the top 10 scholarship programs in Jamaica that every student should know about. Number 1, Jamaica National Foundation Scholarship. Number 2, the Grace Kennedy Scholarship Program. Number 3, the Digicel Foundation Scholarship. Number 4, the UE Open Scholarship. Number 5, the Branson Center of Entrepreneurship Jamaica Scholarship. Number 6, the NCB Scholarship Program. Number 7, the Ministry of Education's Government Scholarship. Number 8, the Jamaica Emergency Employment Program, JEEP Scholarship. Number 9, the Mona School of Business and Management Scholarship. And number 10, the Alken Jamaica Scholarship. That's it for scholarships right now. And finding the right scholarship for you, research extensively. And I'm hoping that this program will be one of the programs that you're able to come to access these information, because I'm going to be including them now in our weekly show, right, as a support service for you. Prepare your documents, and I'm hoping that we will go through all of these, and I'm also going to be looking to find persons who I can invite on the program to talk, to help, to provide information and tips for people who are seeking funding, scholarships, whatever the case may be, funding for any opportunity or any program at all. Then number 3, meet the deadlines. You've got to meet the deadlines. 4, craft a strong application. And 5, seek guidance. Nothing is wrong. It's actually wise to seek guidance. There's one more thing I just want to share with you. This is it. Top funding, that's February. Oh, this is it. May. Oh, and for those of you who are mothers, I hope you had a happy Mother's Day whenever you're seeing this, because I'm filming it in May. All right, so just remember that I also have a blog on here with the top resources for securing the best funding opportunities in May 2025. And this particular blog is updated every single month. So we have June coming and July coming, and we have April in the past, and we have March all the way back to, I think it's like 2022 or something like that. So this is something that we do every single month. I post the latest, of course. So this article lists grants, resources, and other opportunities for businesses globally, in Canada, in the United States, in the UK, and so on. And when you go through, you'll see we have it as global funding opportunities. And then when you scroll down, we have Canada specific opportunities. We have Africa specific funding opportunities, Canada specific funding opportunities, as I said before. We also have the UK and Ireland funding opportunities within those countries, and we also have funding opportunities within the United States. And you can also reach out to me here if you're seeking funding with more specific targets. That's more. So if you want like state funded, or you want something that is more specific, like for example a particular scholarship. Let's say you're in another Caribbean island and you'd like to know what is there. All you have to do is click the Ask Coach button, come down here and hit the Contact Us button. Or the best bet is to, under this YouTube video, under the comment section, you can leave it there. Or the best chance is to go to the actual blog with the information that you looked at and did not see what was relevant to you. And under there in the comment section, like I'm showing you right now, you go there and you type in how we can help you. And when you are sending information requesting support, please give details. For me to be able to assist you, my team needs details. So the more specific you get, the better we're able to assist you. I just want to say to you, that's the end of our funding alerts for today. The end of our program. And like I said, I would read one of my prayers. I usually read one of my prayers in the beginning, but I started today and I didn't. So this is from my book, Prayers, right? Racquel R. Reese, and it is currently on Amazon if you need a copy, or you can just send me a message and I can share it with you. So now for today, I want to share this prayer. I hope you can see it. I pray love. That's what it's called. I pray love. All right. Okay. So it says, I I pray love, that's the title. I pray love finds you and guides you and hides you. I pray love provides for you with security, with empathy. I pray love shines through in every little thing you do, and even when you make mistakes. I pray love surrounds you wherever you go. God's angels encamp round about you. I pray love inspires you with every word you speak and in your heart keeps. I pray love becomes you in each step you take and every choice you make. May love become your hiding place, your solace, your protection. I pray love will be your conviction. Amen. Wow. So we have come to the end of another episode, and I couldn't be more humbled, more pleased, more thankful. I'm just really, really, really thankful because having done 11 episodes is manifestation, and it's evidence that God loves me and that he carries me, because I couldn't have done this by myself, and I wouldn't have done this by myself. So I just want to express gratitude to my source, to my God, and to you for watching, for supporting me. I really appreciate your support. It means so much to me, and I just want to say thank you for making the time. Thank you for sharing, liking, subscribing, telling a friend, telling a family, letting me know how I can support you. Let us be a support system for each other, because that's how we're going to advance in this world. And I just want to say thank you so much. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you so much. We've come to the end of episode 11. Wow. I'm Coach Racquel, and I'm so humbled by grace. So thank you so much. Goodbye. Toodles. Woo! Oh my goodness. I love to open new packages. I will give you the latest information on the top funding opportunities for entrepreneurs who are seeking funding. Come along with me. I'm Coach Racquel, and this is a passion project for me, so I'm so happy to bring this to you. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for watching.
Unlock your potential every Thursday with our podcast, Refresh, Relax, Renew. Join Coach Racquel as she guides you through personal development journeys. Each episode focuses on actionable steps to enhance your personal journey. The podcast features 3 main segments to keep you engaged. We start with discussions on trending topics relevant to your growth. Then we unbox solutions to common challenges we face daily. Finally, stay updated with fresh funding opportunities each week. Tune in every Thursday for new episodes, and see you there.